Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Keely Center of Des Moines. I apologize, but
Scabs, because that's how you get your skin back.
I'm having a little bit of a hard time today.
Please stop.
All my mom's stuff is this week,
Left it alone that
and I was fine, and then I wasn't fine, so. Thank you, Anne, for bringing me flowers. And thank you for your prayers. We are a co-created community where all feelings belong and where people are surrounded in love and light and acceptance and appreciation, no matter what they're going through. We welcome you just as you are. If you are brand new to Unity Center of Des Moines, know that there is a welcome packet as you come in that has information about the Unity movement and what we do here. If you want more information, our website is unitydesmoines.com, and you can also go to unity.org. There's a ton of information out there. And I'm just checking my notes. We're just really glad you're here today. And we have a great speaker I'm excited to hear, and we begin with song. So
Celebrations, can we share them?
it's not announced in time. We do. Also, nothing is perfect here. We are very authentic in our going with the flow. But Susan has a very exciting announcement that's coming up that I will be sure to give her the mic for. Our beloved Dennis Cave is also joining us on guitar this morning. And you may also notice Susan doesn't need glasses. So she's working, she's almost, I'm the one who's done.
Well, that was my announcement. That's
Well, that was, awesome. You telepathically gave me your announcement. So I said that. I'm sorry.
come on. Oh my gosh. All right. This song, I love this song. You're going to love this song too. I am free. I am unlimited. I am free. I am unlimited. There are no chains to bind me. I am free. I am unlimited. I am free. I am unlimited. There are no chains to bind me. I am free. I am unlimited. I know. You are free. You are unlimited. There are no chains to bind you. You are free. You are unlimited. I know. You are free. You are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free. You are unlimited. I know. We are free. We are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free. We are unlimited. I know. We are free. We are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free. We are unlimited. I know.
All right, I'm gonna do Stevie right now. Okay, let's see here, give me one moment. It is time now for the announcements, and we're gonna start off the celebration. Susan, did you still on?
Yes, well, I celebrate Sharon Zager. I celebrate Sharon Zager because she was a mentor in my camera adventure.
Woo!
So anyway, yes, I had my right eye done in Thursday. And they said it comes back pretty fast. And I can definitely tell a difference. So, and I've learned so much about this adventure. And I still have second part on next Thursday. And then I'll have another one to celebrate. But the eyes are the heart, you know, I see through the eyes of love. And so I'm giving a lot of love to myself so I can share more love with others.
Awesome, thank you very much. And anybody else have a celebration for the week?
The roof is fixed.
All right.
What did it take?
What was that?
What did it take to fix
What did it take? I'm
I
not sure, but at least it's fixed. Right?
it?
Celebrate, it's done.
Right, it's done.
It was roof and windows.
Roof and window, all right,
yes, yes.
good. Well, it's all good. Any other celebrations for the week? I'm glad to have a long weekend, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's a celebration, right?
Yeah.
All righty, let us take a moment and look at some of the other announcements that we have. The next potluck is September 14th after the service. So that's just around the corner, 2 weeks from now, 11:30 to 12:15. We'll basically do the potluck time, and then we'll have a community manifesting meeting from about 12:15 to 1. And there will be an agenda in the newsletter. This afternoon, we have Melody Polanski and Deb Jennings. They're offering a Dreamweaver Hypnotic Journey sound bath. Special guest at that will be our speaker today, Keely Kientoff. We'll join them for a few words on dreams. She'll have her new dream interpretation book available for purchase, which is also available in the back this morning. And Keely will also be signing and taking appointments and private sessions on dream interpretation. Tomorrow is Spirit on the Patio with Paul and Susan Kellogg. I'm not sure they've had one meet on the patio yet.
We definitely have had opportunities to engage people. We just haven't been on the patio because we've had some extra help with feet and dogs. But that's okay. Just a wonderful opportunity here. The last one it's really kind of like the launch of the next spiritual year is on Monday. On the patio or in here in the community room, we're going to have a spiritual New Year celebration. I don't know if you're aware, but there's so many spiritual traditions that in the month of September celebrate a new launch, a new wave of energy. I don't know if you've been feeling it, but this last month is like kind of wrapping up old business. And now it's time to just let your spirit soar and have clear direction. So tomorrow night, we're going to celebrate that as our gathering and time for new beginnings, empowering new goals, energizing the pathway. We're gonna have music, we're gonna have sharing, we're gonna have potluck snacks, so bring something. So we have an opportunity to really have fun together, but lead with that sense of empowerment and ability to really rise up and share who we really are with the world that needs us. Thank you. It's 6:30 to 8. And there'll be these little pass out handouts in the back.
All right, the handouts are in the back. That's tomorrow night, 6:30 to 8. And some special events that we have coming up. So She Recovers, I believe it was Alina, I want to say. Alina got up and spoke about that a little bit last week. So She Recovers is starting September 8th. That'll be upstairs. 6-week video series called A Force More Powerful. which is gonna be led by John Reddick, also starts that same day, September 8th. That'll be here in the sanctuary. And then there'll be a discussion to follow that viewing. There is no charge, but donations help support the building and are graciously accepted. And then they're going to have an intro to Unity class. It will be 3 Sundays, looks like from September 21st through October 5th. So if that is of interest to you, learn a little bit more about Unity, they're going to be having that class 3 Sundays. And then we have our regular events that can always be found on the calendar at unitydesmoines.com. If you want to get added to the email list, there is a sheet when you come in, basically on the welcome table. And you can just fill that out. You can drop it in the wooden box in the back. That wooden box in the back is for the email, if you want to be included on that. It's for prayer requests. It's for donation. And if for any other comments or suggestions that you want to make, just put them all in that wooden box back there.
Yep.
All right, let me find my place again. Let us go through our statement of faith now.
There is only one power active in my life and in the universe, the divine source of all life and love.
And then unity affirmation together.
Unity of Des Moines is a radiating center of the divine light, might to attract its good and to radiate good to others.
As we come to a moment of prayer this morning, just take a breath if you would. And start centering yourself in. All right. We are going to just take a nice deep breath. Feel yourself seated into the chair there. Take a nice slow inhale, cleansing breath. And this morning, I'm going to say a few names. There are also people that we have prayed for before on this prayer list. Spirit knows everybody who is on that list, everybody who needs prayer. We're just going to take this moment to lift those individuals up in our minds and our hearts. Coming together, united in this prayer. And in this prayer, we also lift up Stevie, Denny, Sarah and family, Sia, Paul and Phyllis, Mary, Alex, we affirm that God provides all that is needed. We lift these individuals up. We lift all of those up who have been unnamed as well this morning. Can we lift those up to our deed of prayer? That we may know nothing about in terms of their souls.
And then continue into a time of meditation, slowing down, opening to receive guidance and clarity, sinking into your chairs, allowing source energy by whatever name you use for source, we offer all balancing into your heart. Let it be joined by Earth's energy, and let those two energies fill your heart to overflow. Bring the awareness to your breath, and just gently follow the breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Slowing the breath down, lengthening the exhalation. With that next breath in, breathing in peace and calm and relaxation. And breathing out anything that no longer serves you. And then gently bringing the awareness to the third eye, a point between your eyebrows, 2 inches inside of your forehead, that governs our guidance and our intuition. And as you open yourself to receive any guidance that is yours to receive today, let that come to you in a way that you will understand. And we'll take a few moments in the silence to receive. And as you gently return your awareness, I invite you to remain open to receiving guidance throughout the rest of the day and into your dream time tonight in a way that you will understand. And as you come back feeling balanced, aligned, centered, and grounded, relaxed, refreshed, restored, renewed, and rejuvenated, begin to take in the room with all your senses, feeling gratitude for this beautiful place we are blessed to gather in each Sunday morning when we come together as a loving community. Another nice deep cleansing breath in and out.
Oh, thank you very much. Now we're going to go on to our daily word. Today's daily word is brought to us by Proverbs 4, verses 20 through 22. My child, be attentive to my words. Do not let them escape from your sight. Keep them within your heart, for they are life to those who find them, and healing to all their flesh. A teacher asks students to draw a self-portrait surrounded by rays of sunshine and swords radiating from their heart. The rays represented uplifting words. The swords symbolized hurtful ones. This exercise powerfully illustrated that words can harm or they can heal. Today, I commit to using words that affirm my divinity. I receive these sentiments into my heart, acknowledging their truth I release any words that do not uplift me or uplift others. I heal myself by using words of kindness and encouragement. I will also be mindful of the ways I speak to others, choosing words that soothe, strengthen, and affirm. I honor the light within everyone and help create a healthy, compassionate world. And here is today's affirmation. I will read it first and then we'll state it out loud together. I use uplifting words to support my healing. I use uplifting words to support my healing. And let's have another song.
I'm opening up the streets of opening up the streets I am opening up streets of I am opening up streets
Thank you everybody for that. This morning, I would like to announce and bring forward our speaker for today, Ms. Keely Kientoff. And I have not heard her speak before, so I'm excited to listen to what she has to say today. Keely.
Thank you. Thank you for joining this morning. And I just want to open with talking about share a dream I had earlier in the week. It was really weird, strange, but it was very profound for me at the time. And it was a message leading up to sharing what I know today. So this was Monday morning. And I dreamt I was in a tropical location, tropical climate. I went to a house to see a man. He was an older man. And I went there because he was going to teach me how to catch fish in the house. And he told us, after he showed us how to do it and gave us the basics, he told us to walk through the town into houses of people that live there. And he then told us to look underneath their floors for the fish to catch. And I remember I was really happy because I caught a lot of fish. And then I woke up and I was like, what the heck was this? But after I sat with it, I actually didn't interpret my own dream until I went to bed the next night. And I was like, "Oh, this was awesome." So it was telling me that in this lifetime, I've integrated a lot and I'm really content in life. I need to remember that spiritual knowledge is in every life experience. And all of the answers that I seek, all of the knowledge that I want is always within me. It's never without. And it's always available if I'm just willing to look. And in the end, I'm learning to trust in myself, in my own intuition, and I'm learning to trust in my connection with the Creator. Where did I come up with that interpretation? That's like, what? But I'm gonna share with you how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 symbols that are significant in this dream that helps me to interpret. A tropical place. This one I didn't really learn where I learned dream interpretation. I've gone to a place where I can, when I come across weird symbols like this in my dreams, I have the tools to be able to come up with my own definition. And it simply means, the tropical climate simply means subconscious existence with integrated life experiences. And I came up with this because tropical climates have a lot of rain and they're very humid. And I'll explain why a little bit more here in a little bit. And then a house represents the mind. Fish has a twofold definition, but in this case, I was fishing to eat, and it just simply means spiritual knowledge. And then 4 would just represent the conscious mind. And there's different levels to the mind, so conscious mind, subconscious, and superconscious. And then water represents conscious life experiences. So that's what my dream meant. And it meant a lot to me. And it was one of my better dreams that I've had. I've had really wild dreams. I've had nightmares, of course. And I've had dreams that were not really dreams. I've had dreams where I've seen premonitions. How weird do I want to go? Well, I'll just leave it at that. I have some crazy experiences in dreams. And the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about dreams today is they've made a huge impact on my life, and I want to share with you why they should matter to everybody. They're basically just a direct communication with your soul or your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is always speaking to you, whether you're awake or you're asleep. But the best way to directly communicate with it is during sleep time, because your body's asleep, your mind's not going a million miles a minute. It's not focused on your to-do lists or your problems in your life, or another big thing is your second guessing or your ego getting in the way. It's just direct telling you certain messages. It's there to help you. It's there to help you grow, to become a better person every day, to an ideal person that you want to be. It tells you exactly the state of your consciousness, where you're at right now. It tells you your limiting beliefs, your attitudes about yourself, it reveals your shadows, some of the things you're not really wanting to see. It'll tell you. It'll really tell you. It'll tell you your desires and your strengths and your gifts, some of the gifts you're here to share with the world that you sometimes need to embrace. And it's also great. Dreams are really great for awareness, self-awareness, and it helps you to become a better thinker, helps you to just really pause and contemplate on your life. And again, it helps you to grow and evolve. Now, the next thing that's really important about dreams is, how do you remember them? Most people think that they don't dream. A lot of people don't remember their dreams, or they have a dream and then by the time they get out of bed, it's gone. In my book, I have a very thorough explanation of, and a routine of how you can remember your dreams, but I'll just go briefly over about how like really key things that you can take with you today to help you to get that started. And it's to, when you're in bed and you're ready to go to sleep, sometimes people, their mind's still going. But the focus to be able to remember your dreams is to just quiet your mind and your body. Now, there's relaxing exercises you can do. You can meditate before bed, but those are some of the things that you have to keep in mind when you want to remember your dreams. Because if you have a busy mind, or if you've got some physical things going on, if you're focused on your body, the likelihood of having a good quality sleep is decreased, and you won't have that REM sleep that's needed for training. So, and then also create a routine, and you can literally tell out loud your subconscious mind that you want to remember your dreams. It listens all the time. It's all connected. And lastly, you can get a journal. You can just go to Walmart or the Dollar Tree and get a blank journal. And you always write everything down that you remember as soon as you can. So as soon as you wake up. And it doesn't matter if you don't remember every single detail, everything matters. If you can get just a part of the message of your dream, that's still really helpful. And I remember when I was learning dream interpretation, I would sometimes, as soon as I would wake up from a dream, even if it was in the middle of the night, I would write it down. And that was really fun for a little bit. And then I was like, okay, I can't read my handwriting. And so I then would switch to my phone if it was in the middle of the night, or I'm at the point now where I can actually interpret my dream while I'm in the dream. So, so yeah, it's evolved for me. And then, so after you remember your dreams, the next step is to be able to actually figure out what it means. And in the School of Metaphysics, where I learned dream interpretation, we learned about the universal language of mind, which basically just means that back in ancient times, before we had written language, we had pictures. And those pictures all had universal meaning. So if you look at, if you ever go to Egypt or other places, petroglyphs or anything like that here in the USA, you see these images and they all have a meaning. You can interpret them. The hieroglyphics obviously are a little bit harder, but that's what they used back then. And so with the universal language of mind, that is how our subconscious mind is speaking to us. That's why we have those dreams, and it's like a movie playing. And everything that happens in the dream is important. It has a message, and there are symbols. So, for example, if you dream of an apple in your dream, everybody knows apple, red, it's fruit. And apple is a type of food which symbolizes knowledge. And all like I just said just there, apples are symbolic. So all messages in the dream are symbolic, and they're great for interpreting. It's like solving a puzzle or a riddle, and it's specifically for you, just for you. So all the messages are universal, all the symbols are universal, and you can interpret it like that. But like I shared with my dream, I listed all the symbols, but then I interpreted it to what's going on in my life right now, my path that I've walked, my journey, my growth that I've had. And it was really significant to me. There are many, many, many times where I've interpreted dreams for other people, and I'm just like, oh, this is what it means. And they are in tears, pretty much. And I was like, oh, are you okay? They're like, oh my gosh, that meant so much to me. And I was like, yeah, that was from your soul. It's just pure love right there. And so after you learn and get this routine down, you start to see patterns. You start to see patterns of where there needs to be improvement, where some of the things you're like, I this is a good pattern, this is a good habit. I love this about me. But the things that you need to grow from, some of the behaviors that might be toxic or hurtful to other people or hurtful to yourself. This is a good opportunity to notice those things and, you know, if you have the intention to grow, you use those dreams to help you to grow. And the first key to this is having the awareness. So when you interpret your dream, that's when the awareness occurs. And then the next step is just to have that desire to grow. Discipline is really important and willpower. Without those two, awareness is just step one. You're not doing much. But the biggest thing that has helped people that do dream work and for me is to actually make a different choice the next time the experience or opportunity comes.
Yeah.
That is the most important thing, and quite frankly, I've seen a lot of people miss the desire is there, but when the action presents itself, they make the same choice. It's hard though. It's really hard, especially when you've got certain things that you've been doing for years and years. But it's just that one little thing sometimes that makes a huge difference. And for me, I've noticed such a huge difference since starting dream work, which I believe I started in 2019. And it just fell in my lap. And I didn't really care about dreams at the time. I would remember them sometimes, but the universe was like, hey, here's something for you to use. This will be great for you. And it was great for me. And it made my life so much better since then. I became really dedicated to not only dream work, but just on myself and my children's lives. Because I knew that things needed to change and I saw that my kids were suffering. And so once I started having these dreams and I was interpreting them, I started to see the real me. And some of those things were great. And some of those things were not so great. I remember I had one dream and I came to class the next day and I shared my dream and the dream was interpreted for me. And I also gave my own interpretation too. And I remember us crying to Mavis. And I was like, wow, I didn't know this about me. I really don't like that. And what I learned in that dream was that I wasn't always honest with myself. I was lying to myself about a desire that I had in my life at the time. I thought I didn't want it, but my soul said yes, you do. And so that I remember that dream and I was like, well, what can I do? One, to be a more honest person. Because I thought I was an honest person back then. But it turns out I wasn't that truthful. And then two, I thought to myself, well, how do I get to a place where I can get that desire to where it's in alignment with me, it's the best thing for me. And so I worked on it. I worked on being more honest, even when it was hard. Even, when I was trying to deny truths about myself, I opened myself up to just being okay with it. And there was one thing that I did struggle with for a long time, and my dreams really reflected that, was, and I would like to share this flaw about me. I've been told by people, especially when they aren't happy with me, that I'm controlling. And I worked really hard to not be that. And I'm always reflective and I always wanted to know why certain people would always say these things about me, especially when it was out of anger. Sometimes truth comes out in anger.
Yeah.
So my dreams were reflecting that, okay, let's maybe, yes, you are controlling, but maybe let's flip it, your thoughts about it. Maybe it's not so bad to be controlling. let's reword it. Let's say you take charge of certain situations that need guidance, or that you're very particular about things. And after I reflected on that, I'm like, yeah, I'll own it. I'm controlling. I like it. Things get done.
That's right.
When like my kids, if my kids are struggling with something and they're looking to me for guidance, yeah, I'm controlling. I help them. That's what a parent does. So that was one of my big shadows that I overcame a few years ago. And that made a big difference for me. Just because I remember when I was trying to suppress that, I really wasn't who I wanted to be. Actually, I wasn't a confident person. I wouldn't be up here today if I wouldn't have accepted that part of me. So another thing that dreams have had an impact on me were my intuition really started to strengthen. I've always been intuitive. I remember certain things about my childhood that were really strange. But through life experiences, what happens to a lot of people in childhood is, you suppress that. You might be scared for whatever reason. But so as I started doing a lot of my dream work, I noticed I was having some intuitive experiences, psychic experiences, both when I was awake and then when I was sleeping. Like I said, I have had some wild dreams and I've seen some things. I've seen some really fun things, but I've seen some pretty dark things as well. And I'm grateful for all of it because I get to have more awareness about not only myself, but also the whole collective here on Earth. I get to see certain things that maybe some other people don't. But I really like that about myself. I like that I'm more in tune with the Creator, that I have a more of a purpose in life. I get to feel like I belong. And another thing that really was huge for me personally was I have 3 children. And as I was doing this dream work and I was causing change in my life to be more me, I could see it in my kids. And we started having these conversations about God and consciousness and philosophy and the meaning of life. And I would hear some of these conversations between them too. And I'm like, oh my gosh, where is this coming from? Oh yeah, that's for me. And the last reason why dreams have been so important to me is it allows me to, because I get to see the real me and become closer to myself, I get to have better relationships with people. I get to draw in people that are meant for me. And I get to be in service to other people.
Mhm.
True service. Service where I'm not actually expecting anything in return. I actually want to help or teach or guide. And that was also big for me because I always wanted, when you teach or share something with no expectations, you just want to share because you're so excited or you just feel compelled to, and you don't have the expectation from somebody to get from them, you get way more when you don't expect anything.
Yeah.
And I always keep that in mind. I always share things when I know people are ready. I always share from my heart. And I always know that God is gonna shower me with so much. It doesn't even have to be tangible. And I always know it's there. It also just brings me closer to people and closer to myself. So, as I was, working on my dreams and I was going to class at the School of Metaphysics, my teacher really encouraged me to, to share with other people, and I started just interpreting dreams for other people whenever they wanted to share with me. And after a while, I started seeing, getting a lot of requests and seeing a lot of people having those aha moments. And finally, I think it was 2021, I got this urge that I needed to write. And writing has been one of those, I guess, things that I've repressed for a long time. When I was a little girl, I was in English class and we had a competition. I can't remember how old I was. I think I could have been in 5th grade or something. And it was a competition, and in my class, I won. And I remember at the time the feeling what that was like. It was pride. I was really proud of myself. I was surprised. I didn't think that I was that great at writing. And I was just really, I don't know, I just felt like I felt recognized. I felt like people could see me and my teacher saw me. And so when the person who won could go to a writing conference, and I don't really remember much of it. I just remember that there were it was in a class or in a school, and you could go to different classrooms for different workshops. And for whatever reason, I got interested in a calligraphy class. And halfway through it, I was like, yeah, this isn't, I don't like this. I don't know what I was thinking. So I didn't really get anything out of, the workshop per se, but I did get exposed to that type of industry, and it always stuck with me. And so then when I got that urge in 2021 to write again, I thought about that memory, about winning that competition. And people have always told me that I'm really good at writing, even, way past that into my adult years. People have told me that I'm good at communicating. I don't really believe it, honestly, but there must be something there. That's what I would tell myself. If they see it, there must be something there. So I need to see it in myself. So when I got that urge again, I just started writing, and I knew I wanted to write about dreams. It was really important to me. And gosh, that was a whole emotional journey. I wrote it all out. There would be periods of time I would just write for hours. It just came pouring out of me. It was really easy. It was really cathartic. And then when I was about 2/3 done, I stopped. And I was like, what am I doing? So many books are out there about dreams. Who's going to read my book? That was my mind of like, I needed to write because I needed to make a name for myself, or I wanted to make money off of it, or something like that. So I worked through that, obviously, because I have my book now. But I just remember I had to remember that childhood memory of like, I'm not doing it for anybody other than myself. That's selfish, but I wanted to accomplish something I've always wanted to do. So this year, actually no, last year, I kept getting signs, synchronicities that it's time to finish it. And I'm like, oh, I thought I put that past me. I was over it, but I didn't really want to finish it anymore. I was kind of bored. But I kept getting poked. I kept getting these signs. People were like, or what about your book? Are you done with it? I'm like, no. But I finally just sat down one day. I finally had free time. And then the rest of it was easy to write. Now the post production or editing and getting it published, that was a little bit of a headache. Thanks to Amazon. But yeah, I'm proud to say that I'm a published author. I love that it's out there, and I love that I'm teaching people how to make changes and transformation in their own lives if they're willing. And I love that it's your dream, something that I didn't care about before, and now it's a huge part of my life, even today. So my last thing I wanted to talk about is that the next time you remember a dream, whether you know dream interpretation or not, just to ask your soul what it's trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Sit in quiet silence and just reflect, contemplate. Contemplation is super important and very powerful. So I invite you to contemplate on your dreams. Thank you. Off the tree.
See if we got any juice left in this.
There you go. You're
Very
good.
Thank you very, very much. That was awesome. And yeah, I would encourage all of you, as Keely said, everything, all the answers you need are within. It doesn't mean that we don't need help from other people and guidance and some reflection from other people at times. But everything you need is within, and dreams are a powerful, powerful way to access what your soul is wanting to remind you of. If you would like to share your resources with Unity of Des Moines, now is the opportunity to do so. If you're joining us online, you can also accept donations with Venmo at Unity-Des Moines or through our website, unitydesmoines.com. We are community supported. And whether your contributions are physical, energetic, and or spiritual in nature, we offer this affirmation on the screen.
I am infinitely abundant. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I thankfully acknowledge the divine source.
Well, I never really dreamed of being a chef, but I do like to cook. And a good recipe for a song sometimes is 2 verses, a chorus, and a bridge. So there's a little song that I came up with quite a while back. Yeah, I feel like cooking up something. I find a recipe. I reach out to valley of nature, rich in prosperity. It said, where that whatever can be found. It's not right proportions. That's what makes this big world go round. I'm gonna start with the best ingredients. Stir them up in one big bowl. But don't forget to put just a little pinch of salt. When I feel like making music, I find a melody. I reach out to the valley of nature, rich in harmony. Saying that, I hear the perfect sound. Mix them all together, voices. That's what makes this big world go round. I might give you just a little bit to make it jump like rock and roll. But don't forget to put just a little pinch of salt.
Oh,
When you feel it start to simmer, bring it down for a while. Keep it pure and simple. It's just my great smile. I'm gonna start with the best ingredients. Stir them up and just let go. I might give you just a little bit to make it jump like Rock and roll. Don't forget to put your heart in your soul. Don't forget to. Don't forget to put your song.
Very good. Oh, that's great. Amen.
Yes, yeah. Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome.
We dedicate this offering to do the work of the Spirit of Truth through the people of Unity Center of Des Moines. And we are grateful. I want to take just a moment to say, as we're in this moment of gratefulness here, I want to just express my gratefulness for Stevie showing up the way she did today.
Oh,
For her grace that she gave to herself to recognize where she was in the moment and to just reach out. Sometimes that's what we need to do.
yeah.
And thank you for being here.
All right, if you'd like to join me in the universal greeting and peace from the Gandhi Foundation, I'll say the words in hand motions and then you can repeat them back to me. We offer you peace.
I offer you peace.
I offer you love.
I offer you love.
I offer you friendship.
I offer you friendship.
I see your beauty.
I see your beauty.
I hear your needs.
I hear your needs.
I feel your feelings.
I feel your feelings.
My wisdom flows from the higher source.
Higher source.
And I salute that source in you.
And I salute that source in you.
Let us work together for unity and love.
Let us work together. Unity and love.
All right, thank you, everybody. That concludes our service for today. So if you would gather around in a big circle, we're going to sing our closing song that we're going to keep on earth. And I'll have a quick announcements after that. We generally hold hands, but if you don't want to do this, I will do this. Strong hands across the heart.
The light unifies, wraps us, the love of the divine fills us, the power of the divine protects us, the presence of the divine watches over us, wherever we are, the divine is all is well.
All right, thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful day. Don't forget, there are snacks and coffee in the community room there. Also, yes, and also take a moment, introduce yourself to Keely and thank her, and check out this look in the back. If we can move the chairs and make 2 rows on each side in the